You're still here? It's over. Go home. I just want to hide. Are you guys still mad at me for shutting down the project? Oh man. Okay, what are we doing? Well, I guess that's the question. That's the topic of today's video is what are we doing? What are we doing now? What are we doing now that the project is has changed, right? Has been shut down or has transformed into something else? What's going on? Um, I think shutting down the project is still the right call. I've had some time to think about how I feel about the whole thing, and it's still the right call. It's still the right call. Like I said in the last video, I got stuff to do, and I can't be burdened by an endless an endless project, one that's just never gonna go away. Um, some people would blame scope creep. I just keep going and going and going. But the reality is, I never really got as far as I wanted to get. Maybe my initial vision was just too lofty or something. But I never quite got there. And and I'm not that far off, I guess. But then I have to, even after I get to the some kind of technical wizardry that I haven't reached yet. Even if I am able to overcome that, I still have to wrap a whole game around the rest of it. And to be honest, I'm an old man now. I mean, I started this in my 40s, and now I'm in my 50s, and I'm like legit retired. My wife is retired. We have a van, and we just want to like go through life having fun doing whatever we want. And I'm not financially incentivized to finish this project and turn it into a big thing. So that's kind of where I'm at. My focus is on staying healthy and being active and doing all the things that I like to do. And I guess that gets a little bit trickier as you age. And I am, like I said, I'm legit old now, and so a lot of my time and energy just goes into making sure that I'm fit and strong and still capable of doing all the things that I've always loved doing. So I'm out there, running and hiking and biking and I'm doing jujitsu now and yeah, just kind of doing all the things. So I don't think the original vision that I had for Tundra Fight School is something that I'm going to accomplish because I'm not really in that headspace anymore. I'm not looking to be the internet martial arts instructor. I'm not trying to be the guy that creates the new amazing VR training medium. So I still like to tinker. I still like to solve puzzles and problems and work on things. So I'll probably still keep working in this sandbox environment. I've got some things I want to do with the character to take him again to the next level. And if I can come up with new solutions and new ideas and stuff, then I'm happy to make more videos and present that kind of stuff. Um, I don't think the channel has to be limited to just that. I think basically at this point, since I'm not planning to publicly release anything, it's just all about just stuff I want to share, and some of that's, I guess, related to this particular sandbox, and some of it might not be. Uh, um, excuse me, something in my throat. So that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at. So to sum it up, I'm a different person. My thoughts on martial arts are different than they used to be. Martial arts itself has changed over the years. I think there's a lot less people interested in the traditional stuff, like I mentioned in the last video. Um, and What else? What else? The audience has changed. The VR has changed a lot. the PC VR is hanging by a thread, and everybody just wants, I don't know what, free to play stuff that that little kids are into or something. I don't know. Anyway, not to go into a whole rant on what's wrong with VR, but VR is definitely different than when I started, and it's gone in a direction that I'm not super thrilled with. But then again, I don't really, it doesn't really have to affect me. If I'm not trying to make a public thing, and I'm just doing my own thing, having fun, then yeah, it doesn't really matter what the industry's doing as a whole. So I mean that's me. Um, let's see what can I answer. Some of the comments. Oh, thanks for all the kind comments. You guys were fantastic on the on the video and in the Discord. People wishing me well and wishing me best of luck and all my future endeavors and all that kind of stuff. It really did help in a time when you give up on something that you've been working so hard on, years and years and years, head down, focused on this thing, and then you just realize it's just not going to happen. I have to give this up. It's nice that people are there to help support you and let you know that they're not crushed by your decision, as necessary as it was. So thanks for that. Um, let's see. We had people ask about am I going to open source the project or sell it or anything like that. I don't really see that. It's not really been my thing to do that. I do like to share my ideas and concepts, but I don't know that just giving you my code is like the way to go, because the way I see it, like I don't know. What I've done is not like the best way to do everything, right? Like there needs to be new people that take the ideas and run with them and improve upon them. And I don't know that the way to do that is to hand my, like garbage testing spaghetti code off to somebody else and say, hey, see what you can make of this rat's nest. And for me to take the code that I have and like tighten it up and clean it up and make it awesome, so that somebody else could just jump in there and look through it and understand it and run with it, would be a massive, massive endeavor to try to go through all the different scripts and things that I've got. Um, Tundra Fight School is a bunch of experiments, right? So like I think last time I checked, there are probably like 400 or so scripts that Tundra Fight School uses or has used at some point in time. A lot of them are probably not actually in use, but it's a lot of scripts for me to go through and be like, oh wow, this one needs a lot of work, and this one's garbage, and this one I don't even use anymore, and this one, 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 all the way to 400. Even just a basic assessment of the scripts that I have would take all day, much less actually trying to like get in there and clean it up and make it presentable and get rid of all the garbage and then document it and make it useful and present it in a way that somebody else could understand. It's hard enough for me to understand some of those old scripts when I go back and look at them. So anyway, long story short, I'm not trying to give the code away because it's not that beautiful. It's not that beautiful code. I don't know that the best way to learn is to learn from the way that I do it. Use the concepts and run with those. But I'll leave the code for somebody else that writes cleaner code than I do. What else do we have? Selling it? I'm not really interested in that. This has never really been about the money. So I don't know what financial incentive that just doesn't really compute. There's no way that anybody would come up with a number that represents like 6 years of my life. I don't really see that happening. So I don't think that's really, I don't think that's the way to go either. So moving forward, what does that mean? I don't know. It means that Thunder Fight School, the videos, I'll if I have anything important or interesting to say, or maybe something just maybe I'm just interested in something and want to share it with somebody, then I'll keep doing videos. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at, right? And there's no sense shutting them down or removing them or anything like that. I think there's a really good history there of some cool concepts and stuff. Same thing for the Discord. There's a history there. Past conversations could be helpful to somebody. So, and if you want to reach out and find me, then that's a good place to find me. If you want to chat VR and stuff, I'm still interested in it. I'm just trying to take away the burden of being like a full-time VR developer. I don't, like I said, I'm old and retired. I don't have to do that. So that's where I'm at. I hope that's okay with everybody, and if not, I guess oh well. Um, so I guess that's about everything I want to talk about in this video. Maybe I'll do a new one coming up, and I'll have something to share. Um, Maybe not. We'll see. Um, I do have some stuff I want to do with this character, with this like sandbox. So I think uh, eventually I'll try to do that, and that's if I can crack that, man. It's I want to do like a whole like 6 degrees of freedom. Spin and rotate, be able to do like zero gravity and all kinds of stuff. Like I've talked about before, the character's still kind of locked in a with like an artificial self-riding torque keeping everything upright. So I'd like to be able to eventually even do away with that and like really have like a full 3D no limits kind of uh, freedom in every dimension kind of thing. I think that would be super cool. Um, so eventually I'll work on like cracking that, and maybe I'll get it, maybe I'll fail. Who knows? In the immediate term, I've been playing around with some Rubik's cube, some speed cube type stuff, like trying to do a Rubik's cube solve. When I was a little kid, I read a book on how to solve the Rubik's cube, and I've always been irritated ever since that I didn't solve it on my own, or write a program to solve it or anything like that. I read a book. I used somebody else's work, and that bugs me. So I kind of want to make a Rubik's cube solver that comes up with algorithms that I've never used before, and be able to solve the cube with that. So that might be like my next thing and play with that. If you guys have other ideas, like I said, this channel is now kind of about anything I want to talk about. Um, so the project is dead, but the channel can live on if there's any interest in what I have to say, or any of the stuff that I'm working on. It doesn't have to be specifically VR physics or martial arts related. It could be topics about really anything. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. If there's anything that you do want me to talk about, I've got a lot of wisdom because I'm an old man. Just let me know. Put it in the comments, and yeah, we'll talk about it. So that's where I'm at. Hope you guys are doing well. Um, Take care. Bye.